What's going on, everybody? This is Paul Newell from New Wellness Neighborhood, bringing you the truth on how to take care of your health and well-being. Today I bring you a way to tap into a resource, and the title or the thought around this is, where are your worries? Where are they? Now, this came up as I'm doing my work, and I started to look at being an observer of my thoughts and belief systems as I'm making shifts and changes in my life. I started to look at these things that were happening in the present moment, these worries that came up. So like here, like I'm just going to do a diagram here. So when I was looking at this scenario, I was like, okay, here I am right here. I'm in this thought process, and I'm worried about, like, say in this case, I'm worried about paying a bill. And as I'm worrying about it, I'm in this place where, well, wow, I'm worried about paying the bill. Where's this worry coming from? Is it because of something that happened in the past? So now my thought process is going back here. Okay, I'm in a space where there was a past event that left a mark on maybe me not paying a bill, or a bill not being paid, and then being some sort of consequence. Basically, there was an emotion that was attached to that event or activity that I'm tied to, that my worry is tied to. Now, here's the thing where it can get tricky. Now, that worry, we can think, oh, well, yeah, I know worries in the past, but actually the worry that we're tied to, that past event, that impacts what we're going in the future. Because if we start to make a decision based on a worry, we're making that decision based on the past. So perfect around the new year, or anytime you're looking to make a shift, what starts happening is you have this future projection out here of who you're going to become. Okay? Now the thing is on this timeline, you're out here, but the vision is from a place that's back in the past. Now I'm going to highlight this in a different color. That purple, I don't know if can you see that? Maybe. Purple. Yeah. That purple, that's the past. So we're making a decision on who we think we are going to be based on something that happened in the past. Now, when I started realizing this, being an observer of my thoughts, I started asking these questions. Well, first I mentioned the first one. Where is this worry coming from? Okay, this is stemming from some past event that happened, that left a mark, and that left this imprint that, oh, well, if this happens, there's this consequence which could impact the future. All right, so now once I've decided, okay, that's where my worry lied, in this past event. Now, I look at that, and what is that worry based on? It's based on this past event. This is the effect that it had on me. This is the emotion. Now, is that emotion or is that effect making my decision? So some people may say, hey, I want to lose weight, or I want to get a better job, or I want to make more money. Like, what is that decision based on? Is it based on, well, I don't want to be in a position where I couldn't pay my bills, or I don't want to be in a position where, I didn't have love in my life, or I was single for the whole year. There's a lot of different things that can start to drive our decisions to shift, and they're based on a past worry, instead of being based on what's happening in the present. Now, when we start to base on what's happening in the present and forget these worries in the past, now it brings about a different energy. Now we're creating a new space, or a new us. So for example, again, when we're in the present moment, what I'm learning here, when I can be in this present moment and not focus on, or at least not even not focus, acknowledge that past or that worry, what that worry is based on, and now be able to look at, like, well, wow, was my decision really based on that past worry, or is it based on, like, hey, this is what I choose to do, or this is in alignment with what I feel is right? And that may not be based, and that's going to completely contradict what happened in the past. It may actually bring it up. So when I look at this here as being in this present moment, it's starting to look at, like, well, wow, now that I've acknowledged that, now I know that this decision I'm about to make, it may feel uncomfortable because of that was a worry. But I'm still convinced this is a path for me to take. Now we go off the beaten path, and we start to create a new vision of ourselves. that's based on, or that's fueled, or that's resourced by a different energy. It's resourced more from an abundant creator energy rather than like a scarce lack or scarce or feared energy. So when we start to look at this, I bring this to because this is something I'm working with here, where it's just again being an observer of my thoughts, not beating myself up or not trying to bring up the past or anything, but at least acknowledging the hold that a past event may have on a decision or something I'm trying to do. When we start to acknowledge that, we may be able to break through. I know for me, this is helping me see things in a different perspective, and also help me see ways that I've been blocked or stuck. So this may be this is a powerful activity and questions to ask yourself about. Listen, what these changes I'm making, are they based on a worry? And where do my worries lie? Like, am I looking to lose weight because like I'm fearful for my health, or is like because I felt like I looked poor in a bathing suit or something? What is the reason I'm looking to lose this weight? Is it because I want to get healthier? That's a whole different energy. Now we get to source a different resource. So, bringing this to you, I figure it's something that's helping me out. It may be something that could help you out too. If this calls to you, share it. I know this is something we always based on the past, but we can start to create this whole new entity here, or this whole new being that's sourced from like resource. And actually, real quick, resource from a Latin song word, surgere, I think is how it's pronounced, the surgere, to rise again, to rise again. This is a way in this present, in this changes, whatever changes you make, this is a way for you to acknowledge whatever worries are driving your behavior and create from a new space, from a new resource. Rise again into a new version of yourself, one with lasting change. So I hope this was helpful. Yeah, if so, like, thumb, share, whatever you want to do, or just like watch and not do anything. Like, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. All the best and be well.